Hey, what's up, dreamers? I'm Zeke and welcome to the Dream Green Show. In this video, I'm about to show you guys how I use trend lines to make thousands of dollars inside the stock market. It's one of the easiest trading strategies that you need to learn. It's kind of simple. I'm going to give you guys the tips and tricks that you need to add to it to make a lot of money inside the stock market. Now, I talk about support and resistance lines a lot, and those kind of go sideways and the market goes sideways like that and trade sideways. A resistance level at the top, support level at the bottom. Well, when we're talking about trend lines, when I'm talking about trend lines, they kind of go diagonal, and we're going to play the breakout and retrace on these trend lines. And then I'm going to give you guys some tips in this video to show you guys how you can start trading this strategy today. If you want to learn more about trend lines and option trading, consider joining the Patreon over there. It'll take you to my Discord. I post all of my option trades every time I buy and sell a stock. And I got 3 different courses in there, the wheel strategy course, and I post my technical analysis in there all the time. So, and we also got 3 pro day traders in there that post their option trades every single day. So if you want to be a part of a community of investors and traders that want to be financially free just like you, consider joining the Patreon. But here we are on Google, ticker symbol GOOGL, and we're on the 1-day chart. That means every bar on here represents 1 day of the trading market inside of the market when the market is open. So when we're drawing trend lines, I'm gonna show you guys a very simple trick, a very simple checklist that you need to have. Is I'm gonna show you guys that if these 3 things check your box, then it might be a good time to enter this trade. Now, this is key thing number 1. It needs to be at least a week worth of data, at least 4 weeks worth of data, because I'm trading on the day chart. This works on any time frame. It works on the 5-minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame, the hour, the 4-hour time frame. But right now we're looking at the day, so I need at least a month of key data on it for me to enter this trade, and this will have at least a month of key data on it for me to enter this trade. Right now, when we're drawing strong trend lines, the second thing that you need to do is make sure that it has 3 touch points. Now, here's a touch point right here. You guys can see that it touched right there. This is a touch point, and then it touched right here, but it never really broke and stayed below. Touched again right here and touched again right here. So we can use this as 3 areas. Right here, it touched once in this area. Once again, it touched right here in this area. And for the 3rd time, it touched right here in this area. So I see this as a strong uptrend on Google, and this checked 2 of my boxes. And then we're going to play the break and retrace. So once it breaks and then it retrace, we'll get in, and then that's going to be the 3rd key point. So we're going to come in, we're going to hit play right here. Then we're going to wait for it to break. This is the hard part of trading, is just waiting. Don't try to jump in early. Don't try to say, oh, I should have got in. Just wait for all 3 points to check out. Remember, a month worth of data. If we're looking at the day chart, we're swing trading. Enter a few trades every single year, and you could win most of them, right? And make a lot of money. All right, the second one is make sure you have 3 touch points. We have 3 touch points. And the 3rd thing, we're waiting for it to break this uptrend line. All right, as you guys can see, it touched, but it did not break. It's still touching. Kind of went below right there. Okay, there it goes a couple times, but it did not close below. All of these bars is still touching this line. It might come below, but it kept on coming back up to touch this trend line. So we're still waiting for a solid break. And there we go right there. This is a solid break. It broke down below. It broke down below. This bar closed below the uptrend line. This bar closed below the uptrend line. This one closed below the uptrend line. So now we're waiting for the retrace. We're going to wait for it to retrace back up to this trend line, or we're going to wait for it to have its next big red candle, and then we'll enter. And there it goes. All right, so it came back up to this trend line right here. So we're enter. If you want to enter a 2-to-1 and be and don't have too much risk on it right here, you can enter a short position, and then you'll enter on this candle right here. We just missed it, and you'll set the stop loss either on this uptrend line right here or right above our resistance zone that we had set up here, because it touched once right here, touched once right here, kind of got rejected again, and then started on a downtrend. So we'll use this as a resistance line at the top. So we'll set a quick 2-to-1 if you wanted to do this as a quick trade and not a swing trade, or you could take profit again when the RSI come down here and touch the bottom. Then you could take a profit on the RSI. So we'll hit play, and bam, just like that, we already hit take profit to the 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, just like that, right? So it's that quick. We'll make a lot of money. As you guys can see, it continue to go down. This is the beauty of playing trend lines, is that once it break the trend probably is going to head the other direction. And then once again, you could have took profit right here when it hit the bottom of the RSI, but we got another support zone down here that we're waiting for Google to fall back to. So Google continue to fall down, And then me personally, as a swing trader, I probably would have taken Google. All right, as you guys can see, Google is starting to make a downtrend line. I still didn't take profit yet on Google because now it's making a downtrend line, and it's clear as day, right? You go to the top of this candle, it touched once, it touched again for a second time, and now it's touching again for a third time. So now it's in a downtrend, and I would take profit when Google probably get down here to this support zone. I use this as a support zone down here because Google traded sideways for a couple of weeks in the zone right here. Google traded sideways. So I'm using this as a support zone. So I would take profit either when it breaks this downtrend line, or I would take profit when it comes to this support zone down here. So let's go ahead and hit play right there. And I would take, bam, that's simple. Take profit. This big swing trade all the way. Let's hit the ruler from up here to down here. That is a 40% swing. That is a 40% swing. So now we're taking profit. We're going to wait for Google because we know Google is an amazing company. Is eventually going to go back up. We're going to wait for it to break this downtrend line. We're going to wait for the retrace, and then we're going to play it back up to the upside. So let's go ahead, hit play. Being patient. That's the hard part. Being patient. This is a couple weeks. This is a couple weeks. There you go. Google broke above. Google broke above our uptrend line. They had a couple of bars closed, and then we're going to wait for it to pull back and then have its first green bar, or we could wait for it to pull back and hit this downtrend line that Google pulled back. Okay, hit this downtrend line. This is where we will enter Google. Once again, if you want to play it safe, you're in a Google right here. You'll set your stop loss right below this support zone. The support zone. You set it right below the support zone, and then you'll play a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. All right, you play a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So you play it right there, and then you'll just hit play. And just like that, Google starts to trend back up. Bam. You hit your take profit right there. All right, 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. You hit it in just a couple of weeks. Or you could take profit right here when it's at the top of the RSI. But once again, Google is an amazing company. It's probably going to go back up to its old all-time high at some point. So we just let that trade play out. Okay, let's get rid of this to clear up our screen a little bit. And just let the trade play out. This is the hard part, is being patient and let Google be Google, right? Google's gonna be Google. It's gonna trade for a good little while. Bam. That's when we will hit our next take profit on Google, is at this point right here. And then you guys could come out and draw your next support zone, right? So you'll draw Google on the next support zone somewhere in this area right here. So once again, we got one touch point right here. We got another touch point right here. And then we just let Google be Google. And then we have a third touch point right here. So just because we only had 2 touch points, we're going to make this our third touch point, and then we'll move it to be right there. So there it goes. It still touches it all 3 times. So we have one area, second area, third area. So now we have our 3 touch points. We have a month worth of data. And then now we'll just wait for Google to break this downtrend line. But Google has just only been trending up. So we'll go to the end of this and hit skip to real charts. And then this is Google at the real time right here. So this is Google. We got our 3 touch points, touch. And then once again, Google did come right here and touch for the 4th time. So Google did not break this downtrend line, and it continued to go up. So now we're kind of playing this one inside the Patreon. Don't worry about that. That's for the members only. We're playing that pennant right there. But yeah, this is Google. We do not enter just because it touched a point. It has to break below and then have the retrace, and then that's where we enter on Google. But if you guys do want to play the bounce off of these support lines, you can play the bounce of these support lines. If you don't know how to do that, I have my technical indicator inside of my Discord, inside of the Patreon. You join that, you'll get this. It pretty much got everything that you need to know inside of there. It gave a buy signal every time it kind of hit this uptrend line. It gave a buy right there, and then a buy right there. And then it also got the Bollinger Bands on here in the 200 EMA moving average. It kind of clears up just a lot of space on your TradingView, because I think you get like 5 free indicators that you could put on here. If you try to add a 6th one, you'll have to pay for the pro version of TradingView. But just this one indicator on TradingView, you get your Bollinger Bands, you get your buy and sell signals, you get your 200 EMA on there all in one, so you could clear up a lot of space on your trading view to add more indicators. If you want that, that's also inside the Discord. But this is basically how I've been making thousands of dollars playing the break and retrace on trend lines. Touch once, touch twice, touch the third time, broke, retrace, get in, right? Same thing. Touch, 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 broke, retrace, got in. So this is a good swing trade. But now, since Google is such an amazing company, some people only play Google to the upside. So when you see a big pullback like this, people will only play it back up because they know Google will eventually recover. There's a lot of tips and tricks it is inside the stock market. So if you guys do want to learn more about trend lines, if you want to learn more about support and resistance zones, I got video tutorial courses inside of my Discord. You guys could go check that out. But let me know down in the comment section, are you a technical trader? Do you like to go inside the charts and draw out your own support and resistance lines? What indicators do you use? Do you use every single indicator that is inside of TradingView, or do you just use support and resistance zones and also add in trend lines to help you with your confirmation on breakouts? Let me know what kind of trading do you do down in the comment section. But this is basically what I do when I swing trade. As a day trader, you have to keep your eyes on the chart and day trade every single day, every hour of the day. There's a lot of people out there that are truckers. There's a lot of people out there that are flight attendants that can't keep their eyes on the market every single day. But swing trading might be perfect for them, to where if they enter one trade a month, one trade every 2 or 3 months, you enter a trade and you let it ride for a month or two, and you don't have to keep looking at the charts every single day. If you guys are a swing trader and has also day traded, let me know which one has worked out more and success for you in the past. Are you a better day trader or are you a better swing trader? Let me know down in the comment section. But I know swing trading has helped out a lot of people that actually work, that can't day trade full time, that they actually work. They wait for the perfect entry, they enter it, and then they let that thing ride on up to the top or down to the bottom. But if you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. That helps me out more than you can even imagine. If you do want to pick up some free stocks, I'm gonna leave a link to Moo down in the description. You can sign up, use that platform, and that could give you guys up to 15 free shares of your favorite stocks down in the description. You guys check that out. And if you do want to join the Patreon, that link is going to be down in the pinned comment section and also in the description. But yeah, that's it. I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.